Madam Speaker, we've heard a lot today about how these ideas of a new Manhattan Project were stale ideas of this party. I stated at the beginning that unfortunately we get so tied up in this chamber in our adversarial process that all we're concerned about is how many points we take from each other. The reality is that a project like this, the new Manhattan Project, or you can call it an Apollo project, were concepts that were talked about by President Obama during the campaign, by Senator Clinton during the campaign, by Senator McCain during the campaign, and as I mentioned earlier, by former Speaker Newt Gingrich and many other people. They're concepts that have been approved by 77% of the American people. And what they do is substitute for taxation of the American people the concept of innovation and trusting the ideas and the ingenuity and the imagination of people across America. And we talked about what this bill can do. If we reach just one of these goals, it could change and save us as much as $100 billion. But most of all, Madam Speaker, this trusts the American people to do what they always do, and that is find a way to win if we don't quit before they have a chance to win. And it sends a message to them in a time when they're back on their heels and they need some wins, that we trust that they, with their imagination and their innovation, can do things that this body can't do and that can't dictate to them. And perhaps it was best said by Mr. Friedman in a New York Times article that he wrote, and I don't agree with everything he says, but I agree with this. He said, "I want an energy bubble. I want so many people throwing crazy dollars at every idea in every garage that we have 100,000 people trying 100,000 things, 5 of which might work and 2 might be the next green Google. But I don't want a Manhattan Project of 12 people in Los Alamos. I want it to be like the IT revolution, everyone becoming a programmer. Only in this case, it's everyone becoming a green innovator. What IT was to the 80s and 90s, ET, energy technology, will be to the early 21st century." And Madam Speaker, this amendment gives us that opportunity. This amendment will birth that ability for Americans to create the energy solutions that we need as we go forward into the next several decades, and to give our children and our grandchildren the competitive edge to compete in a world economy. And with that, Madam Chairman, I reserve the balance of my time.